So I think, yesterday we played, really good for most of the game. We just couldn't find the bats, and it was a frustrating game, to be honest. And, I was pretty salty still this morning when I came to the field, and I just know we have more in the tank. And so today it was I am so happy for our team to see us get kind of punched and us punch back. I feel like we've done that in some situations, but tonight, we really did a great job of coming back and really putting them away. The Georgia series, the Tennessee series, we went back and forth a couple of times, but today we were able to come in and really kind of stifle Mizzou. And I thought Levitt pitched well, honestly. My goal was for her to get one time through the lineup. It happened a little quicker. I do love the fact that she was upset that I took her out. Like, that's what a competitor looks like. And then Lefty came in and did Lefty things. I mean, she basically pitched a full game. And, we've talked about this whole year of just her growth on the mound. I still feel like she's growing. And I don't know, I'm just so dang proud of her, to be honest with you. And hope to see her here for a lot of years and, doing a lot of big things. And kind of, you asked her earlier about the strikeouts being a little bit lower. And the thing that we really have talked about, I think sometimes we chase, especially power pitchers, strikeouts. And sometimes when we do that, our mechanics get a little off and we leave balls over the plate and we give up the long ball. And so, and fortunately and unfortunately for Lefty, she supplies the power. So all they're trying to do is get the barrel there because it's going to go a country mile. And so she really did. We've been, kind of talking this last about week and a half about really doing a better job of controlling the plate. And I thought she did a really good job of that, of really controlling both sides of the plate. She pumped it up a couple of times, you could tell, and she handled some adversity that was, I feel like a younger Emily Kennedy falters in those situations, and the Emily Kennedy that we're starting to see more consistently, I would say very consistently, was able to fight through it.
So talking about that adversity with umpires, some calls that I don't think everyone agreed with. What do you say to your players in that moment to calm them down? What do you say to Emily in that moment to calm her down? I mean, I could see her getting a little fired up there for a second.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway, and we know this, is that there's really nothing you can do once you let go of the ball. So, you have to concentrate. You got to reset. So we work a lot on routine, our reset. So she's really got to do a good job of getting her reset and going back to her routine. Because at the end of the day, she could throw a perfect pitch, it gets hit out. She could throw a crappy pitch, and she gets a ground out. And then same thing with the zone, right? And really, there's nothing she can do except be in the moment and give us 100% on that pitch. And that's actually what I told her when I went out there in the 7th inning. We made a critical error there, and I just went out there and I'm like, of course, that's what's, that's kind of been us this year. And I thought she just did a tremendous job. I got her to smile a little bit and laugh, and she was able to battle back and finish that inning.
In terms of the offense coming together with that 7-run inning, was that maybe even more encouraging than a game where you score consistently throughout the innings, but it's not like an unloading or destiny?
Yeah, and we made adjustments today. Yesterday was like I could have poked my eyes out. So we couldn't hit a 62-mile-an-hour screwball, and they're frustrated too. So it doesn't do me any good. I'm being Captain Obvious, thanks, coach. So I think, just all of us kind of resetting, regrouping, and just going back to the things that we're capable of doing. And, they started Krings again, which that one surprised me a little bit just because I felt like we were on her pretty well on Friday. But, she did she's a heck of a player and a great pitcher. And, we obviously got on her. And then, I knew they have so many horses in that stall over there, and they threw a lot of them at us. But we made adjustments. That's the name of the game. The team that makes the adjustments the quickest and continues wins ball games.
We've seen moments from Julia all season.
Yeah, crazy.
We know she can hit the ball.
Yeah.
But every single at bat this weekend is will she hit it out?
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what she's been working on that made her so successful, or is it just because Jeff's on the other side?
I think it's a lot to do with Jeff on it. That kid is crazy competitive, But I think, Jules and we know this, like her path has been a little, she's found a home now, and her and I fit very well together. And so I think she's still, trying to figure out in the balance of her ultra competitiveness and then also being a good teammate. I think those are some things that maybe throughout the years that she would say she didn't do a great job. And not a bad teammate to others, but she got so irritated with herself when she got out, a little bit like Coco. Like we're working on Coco, and she's gotten much better, right? But you can see the body language. If you look at Jules earlier in her career, that was her. And so I think, she's starting to find that balance of being that player that she is, and that mode that you have to get to in order to play at that level, but also being able to lead a team, a very young team, especially with her being new. And I think she's starting to find that. But don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. That family is crazy competitive, and they will be a lot of crap talking going on in that household. So Jeff's going to have to wear that, I'm sure. Jules is going to love that. So I'm happy. I might give him a couple digs too. So, hey Jeff, why'd you throw to Jules? No, I'm just kidding.
I know today was really like a testament to like the older players on the team, but it was also like the younger ones that had really good games, like Coco, Amari, Emily, Allie. What does that say about them and kind of like the youth of this team?
Yeah, it was fun to watch them kind of group together and compete today. We had moments of that at the Ole Miss, honestly, series, and then, this weekend was kind of a little like you could see it and then you couldn't see it, and I felt like today we played as a team. I think the other thing, Star Ferguson, let's talk about her. Like, that kid hasn't played very much this whole year, and she has come in and she got her opportunity. She did a great job at Ole Miss. She came up with some big at-bats for us today, and, that's always like a coach's dream, and you always say, like, be ready for your name to be called, be a good teammate, continue to work on your craft, and that kid has. And she made a great defensive play for us this weekend, and I don't know, I think all of our seniors today really contributed in a way that was pivotal.
Just one more game until postseason play. Just how do you feel your team has progressed, and what adjustments do you hope you make before then?
I think we're still work in progress. I think we're starting to see more glimpses of Aggie softball with probably the Ford brand, tough, gritty, bites, we talk a little bit, we play the game hard. And so, for me, like, think about how many sophomores in our program right now are getting all of these reps. And that to me is really exciting. Exciting because you got to learn how to win consistently and what it looks like. And right now we're trying to get these sophomores really and freshmen to like go through it. So then in a couple of years, they can teach and learn those that come through our program what it looks like and how it goes. And I think they're doing a heck of a job. Amari had a great, big time hit at the end. And, I think Coco, I could go on and on. Coco's playing with a broken finger. I told her I'm going to break the other finger. So, but the buy-in, I feel like you can really see as an outsider looking in the buy-in to the program. I think we're starting to elevate.
Speaking to Star and Coco and Amari, and, a couple other girls, how do you feel like y'all's short game kind of make a progression?
Apparently we can bunt now, yeah. So, it was huge. We used the ground. Coco did a little bit of everything. Coco's dynamic. How about her base running, too? She makes nobody comfortable, and I think, the biggest thing is they're just doing the things that they are really good at a high rate. They're not trying to do too much and not trying to overdo it. They're just, being very simple, putting the ball on the ground and making the defense work. And, it's a very simple game. You got to be able to hit, throw, play catch, So when we do that, we're good.